Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. Alright, so a couple of things happened today with the release of the PV and of course the patch notes. So we're gonna check out for Brown Dust 2 what we are having this particular week. Alright, so I glanced through the patch notes and boy, I was quite surprised with a couple of things that Liberta will have addition to what she currently can do, right? Okay, so let's have a look at what this is all about. So you can see Season Event Delight Scenes to Ashes update. Okay, so we're gonna have all of this stuff, plenty of cool things happening. I have no idea if Liberta actually has, I don't know who that is actually, right? So we're gonna have to find out in the story. Is that a sister? Is that a daughter? But man, Liberta is going to be something that you gotta get up to +5. She is probably going to be the safest option to invest in. By the way, just a gentle reminder, I believe March 21st, we're gonna have another live stream announcing what we're gonna have with Brown Dust 2 moving forward. So make sure you guys stay tuned, plenty of things, cool things happening in March, right? So as you can see, March 12th until March 26th. So pretty interesting right there. So a Delight to Sin Ashes event story guide. So that's going to be here, talking about the parents and stuff, right? So we'll find that out as it goes. Now for Fiend Hunter preparation guide, we're going to have the Giant Fiend Cherry Blossom win. Alright, so since Liberta is fire, that means get all your fire DPS characters. Got that Bunny Loan, that Leatrice. Get ready with those. Those are going to shine, right? We're going to have all of this usual stuff. Now, season event bonus costumes is going to be Dark SAINTESS LIBERTA. That's going to be the one alongside with Blood Glutton Justia, Apostle Blade, Promise of Vengeance, Lethal. So that is going to be the free one that you get from chapter 7, I believe, right? So let's talk a little bit more about a couple of things that's happening in the game as well. As you can see, gear dismantlement improvements. So they are going to basically improve upon certain things right here. Button will be added to the bottom of the gear craft screen, allowing gear to be upgraded immediately after crafting. Okay, very cool. They are going to add auto dismantle option. Alright, so the gear craft upgrade dismantle will proceed automatically. So you gotta be careful. If you set this on, it will basically do 3 of these steps in the process. You craft the gear, you will upgrade it, you will dismantle it, if that's what you want, right? Ideally, that's going to be how most of the time when you get gears, it is part of your dailies as well, right? So you want to be able to get the refining powder back as well. So that's going to be very important. Auto dismantle applies to Fiend gears as well, which you gotta be careful because those are the good ones, right? If you wish to exclude Fiend gear from dismantling, turn off the include Fiend gear option when using your upgrade all. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I don't see the need to, but I guess it helps in dailies because I do sometimes when I do free daily pulls, I'm going to go with get those gears up, upgrade them, and then dismantle them afterwards, right? Just for the part of the dailies, right? So you can see alongside with that, this one is going to change as well. So skill cutscene, we're going to have an option to step individual cutscene setting during the battle. Okay, this is going to be very cool. If you wish to change that, now you can modify it slightly. PC client improvements. Glad to see this happening for the PC client. Glad to see it still receiving some love, right? Windowed mode will be added, can be configured. Setting graphics screen mode. Okay, so you can adjust the aspect ratio when in windowed mode. Alright, that's going to be pretty cool. Now, let's talk about the Dark SAINTESS LIBERTA then. So what is she all about? So I'm sure you guys have known by now, she's going to be the physical replacement for a lot of characters. So I think physical is going to be quite meta with her into the addition. Alright, so consider physical safe pretty much. She's going to be the savior. So if you can, doesn't matter if you're new, you're a intermediate player, you're a veteran player, I feel like you gotta get her up to +5. She's going to be meta, super hyper meta, +5 her, so that you can borrow DPS from your guildmates and stuff, right? So, as you can see, if you are currently having her at +0, restores 3 SP. Damn, that is insane. Okay, so this is the additional things that she has, right? I didn't know. I thought she was just going to give attack percent and crit rate percent. But she's able to restore SP as well. So that means this is going to be a super valuable costume. So this is going to make her rotation much more sync in line with the other Liberta costume as well, right? It's so good, right? It's so good. She's a 3 things, right? She's a battery unit. She gives she's a physical buffer, and she's also a crit rate buffer as well. That's just insane overall, right? Now, of course, at +1, her requirements gone down to 2 SP. Alright, at +2, alright, the crit rate, the attack percent is increased by 50%, from 35 to 50%. Alright, plus 3 is going to go, ally crit rate increased by 50%, so that goes up a little bit more. Plus 4, that goes up to 65% from 50%. And then plus 5, huge major upgrade, another 20% right there. So every single one of her plus, every single one of her addition of the costume is quite a significant change, except for the plus 3 one, right? The plus 3, the crit rate increase from 25% to 50% is good in some PvE scenarios, but if you only care about guild raids or maybe like Fiend Hunter, then this is not needed as much because you have guaranteed crit in that particular case. But other than that, yeah, if you can get her up as high as you can, I would say if you can go to plus 2, that's like, I think, a decent stopping point, right? Get the attack increase up to this point. Plus 1, you're going to get the SP reduction, but you want to be able to, you know, if possible, give her more, right? Plus 2 is going to be quite decent. If you're going to get plus 3, that's fine, but I'm definitely going to plus 5 her. So let's have a look at the skill potential, the potential liberation. Again, I just want to bring Helena just for comparison, right? Because I think like this is going to be something like that is a point for comparison right here. Konnichiwa indeed. So Helena's potential liberation, she has one part right here which does reduce SP by 1. This one increased 20% magic attack. This one also increased 20% magic attack, right? So she has 20%, 20%, and she has one here which are SP reduced by 1 right here. So which makes her a 1 SP character. So you can see right here, quite similar, right? As opposed to 20%, it's going to be 15%. So that means she's going to go up to 115% for Liberta. Alright, if you max potential liberate her, reduce SP by 1, she's going to be a 1 SP character. So she's going to be really good in a lot of places actually, even in PvP. So I think this is going to revolutionize PvP even more, because for the longest time ever, you have to rely on homunculus later, right? But I think once this particular costume comes in, now PvP meta is going to change a little bit, because we have a 1 SP physical buffer with crit rate, chances to basically, you know, have a chance to crit. You don't have to rely on just Helena, and this is going to give you 3 SP in return. Wow. Man, she's so good, right? So definitely get her. Definitely a kind of an insane power creep. I wouldn't say power creep, but yeah, I guess she power creeps later in a way, right? For a lot of extent, in a lot of PvE places, in a lot of PvE stages, she's going to be the one that you're going to use if you plan to run a physical team. Now definitely, you know, if you can't max her out, don't sweat on it, because she is going to be still a permanent character. That means you can still rely on trying to get her up via the monthly, this particular thing, right? So you go to the shop, there's that, in the golden thread shop right here, there's this costume selective enhancement. This is a universal thing. She will basically be here for you to slowly enhance her over time, right? Obviously, it's, you know, if you can get her up to plus 5, you should, right? Because I don't see why you want to do it slowly. But if you want to do it slowly, you can. You can get her up to plus 1 and slowly plus 5 her throughout. This is only, you can only buy this once per month, by the way, right? So keep that in mind. So there's that, right? But one more thing also, I just want to mention this because there's always people misunderstanding how this thing works. Limited characters, for example, like certain characters like Swimsuit Eclipse. Wait, not Swimsuit Eclipse. Bunny Eclipse or Bunny Celia will not appear right here. And also limited collab characters. Collab characters and limited characters will not appear in this list of costume enhancement. Keep that in mind. Alright, that's going to be the very, very important one. Other than that, get her, very, very strong. I wouldn't recommend getting her gear. It's not that useful, alright? It's alright. Yeah, it gives I don't know why it gives crit damage percent. She doesn't really need that, right? HP percent is cool. Other than that, you don't really need this gear, right? It's not a weapon slot, so it's not that useful. Plus, she's not a DPS, she's just a supporter. I don't see why her stats matter that much. She's just there to buff the other characters. So, yeah, definitely get her, for sure. She will also be added to the Powder of Hope, so if you can get her up to plus 4, you want to plus 5 her with Powder of Hope later on, you can as well, right? So there's going to be that as an option. Alright, so with that being said, that's going to be it for this particular video. Make sure you guys, you know, consider getting her. Now, if you guys plan to wait for a little bit for the live stream happening later this month, then we will see how it goes, right? But for now, subscribe, give this video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned, have a nice day, goodbye.